Hello and welcome to another edition of Goa 365's Assembly Audit. Now we have this, we've been having this since the session started, and yesterday was the budget which we covered live. We are having these assembly audits in the middle of the session itself just to discuss the important issues that have taken place in the session. Today to discuss this what's happened today and maybe a little bit of the past also is a senior panel. I will start by introducing them. Rajesh Bab Kalankar from AAP. Rajesh Bab, welcome to our show.
Thank you.
Tulio Bab D'Souza from the Congress, senior architect and very senior politician also. Tulio Bab, welcome to our show. And Sandeep Bab Kamulkar, senior journalist. So starting with Rajesh Bab, तुम्ही मयेचे आयज डिस्कशन येला आमोणा पिलगांव ब्रिज कैन स्टार्ट जनरली आयज कितें जालें पास्ट लास्ट टायम गेल्लो तुमी हे सेशनाचे
आयज जो विशय येयला खरें म्हटल्यार तो बरो इम्पॉर्टंट विशय आसा विच इज लॉंग पेंडींग इश्यू म्हटल्यार जाता की सोडण ब्रिज विच इज अ 15 years pending issue which every person traveling from that route is demanding from last many years. आणि दुसरी गोष्ट आयज येयल्या ते पिलगांव आमोणा ब्रिज विच इज कनेक्टिंग टू आमोणा हे दोन ब्रिजांचो जो इम्पॉर्टंट आयज इश्यू येयला तो इम्पॉर्टंट आसा. सोडणा सद्या जो प्रॉब्लम आसा सद्या आतां जो सद्या इश्यू लास्ट फॉर मेनी इयर्स जो इश्यू चल्लेलो आसा तो फेरी इश्यू. Sir, I'm talking about Sodan because if you talk about Miami constituency, there are three ferries. One is from Sodan to Ribandar, one is from Sodan to Pomburfa, and one is from Sarmanas. That route. Main issue is the busy route asa to Sodan asa. And thysar the ferries asa to sadich kami patta. If you go in the peak hours in the morning, you will find there are at least 200 more than 200 bikers are waiting for the ferries in the peak hours. Same problem in the evening. If you look at the four-wheelers, there will be another 50 four-wheelers in the queue. Both the times, it is the same thing. Same problem. Mess sada. It's a big mess. And when we are talking about Atmanirbhar and Swayam Kire te uleta payan, if today's youngsters are waiting for 1 hour or 2 hours for on the ferry point to go to the work, there's so much of energy gets wasted there. So many hours of the day gets wasted there. Primary route connecting the bridge, connecting Panjim, and nobody is looking after it. There was an issue also about the ferries because if you cannot go ahead with the bridge immediately, at least you have to look into the ferries.
Yes, CM has promised some that is going to improve some ferries.
This is going on for years together now. It's not now because the MLA last 6 months back he has also promised that within 6 months foundation stone of the bridge will be laid down. So many jangele. He has promised just 2 days back. Yesterday I have read it on the newspaper that within 2 months now they are laying down the foundation stone. Today if you see in the assembly CM is saying something else. So त्या लोकांनी थंयसून ते ट्रॅव्हल करतात कोणाचेर डिपेंड रावपाचे बिकॉज देर इज नथिंग विच इज देर इज नो क्लॅरिटी इन दिस. अनदर थिंग ऑन द सेकंड डे ऑफ द सेशन देर वॉज वन क्वेश्चन आस्क्ड बाय कुंभारजुआ MLA Rajesh Fardesai. Same issue related to the ferries only because people are not getting regular ferries, people have to wait on the ferry points and so many issues. And he himself said that when answering, R&D minister said that there are about more than 2,000 two-wheelers cross the ferry and there are about 900 vehicles, four-wheelers cross the ferry. Which is, and he is saying that the income, revenue that the R&D department is supposed to get is some 45 crores and actually they are getting 77 lakhs. Here there are some issues. There is a lot of leakages in the R&D department. Because if you try to, he is saying 900 vehicles per day, up down. So even if you calculate 10 rupees per vehicle, it will come to some 9,000 rupees. There are 19 routes which are used in the whole of Goa. If you try to calculate, per day income is not less than 8 lakhs of rupees. So if you try to calculate monthly,
2.4 crores.
It goes more than 45 crores. So where is the leakage? R&D minister is not trying to find out the leakage. It is going, because he is saying annual expenditure is 45 crores.
It is more, 2.4
If you
into
try,
12.
because he himself has answered it in the assembly that 900 vehicles, only one route he is talking about. If you see but he is saying if it's 900, one route, then 19 routes are there. If you try to calculate, it is coming more than 45 crores. So where are the leakages? Try to find out the leakages. And what they are talking about, the bridge and all, I don't know what is happening. Because both the bridges, people from Bicholim Taluka are demanding from many years, and it is very much in need of that.
Okay, right, Bab. Thanks, Bab. Now, Tulio Bab, what do you feel about this assembly? You've not been here for the earlier session. What do you feel?
No, thing is that since you have brought up the issue of I will not go into the actual detail of the routes.
No, I'm not talking about this, about the general session.
I will say you, but let me just
yes, start.
See, 19 ferry routes are running in the state.
Presently.
And we all know that when the government during the last session or sometime earlier had decided to tax the two-wheelers. And there was a hue and cry and government rolled back.
Rolled back, yeah.
Yes.
That time all these figures were being rolled out. 45 crores expenditure and 2.4 crores is the probable income per, whereas they are ending up collecting much less than
60-70 lakhs.
70 lakhs, 77 lakhs. Now this is one aspect of it, which I call sheer mismanagement of the entire ferry service in Goa.
Correct.
Sheer mismanagement. Mismanagement covers the technical aspects of those ferries, covers the security and the safety aspect of those ferries, and covers the financial aspect of those ferries. Now, this is one part. The second part is what? The bridge. Government, we all know that bridges all over the world are an effective form of linking people, linking places and linking general routing of the entire movement sequence of goods, people and so on and so forth. But here we have to understand that linkages of ferries through trunk routes, arterial routes is very important. But the minor routes which are effectively being covered by the ferries should not be lost in the bargain. With due regard to the people who aspire for the bridge, I am not against them, but I am telling, if the ferry services are better managed, inland waterways is one of the thrusts of sustainable development. While government and the Honorable Prime Minister, we hear on the news and on the FM propagating about the energy week or something like that that's going to happen or happening in Betul.
Yeah, Betul. Inaugurated already.
So what I'm saying is, today we have to conserve energy. So now I will come closer home from where I hail. Betin to Panjim can be covered through 3 bridges now. But you see the amount of people that cross by the ferry, and government is not increasing the number of ferries over there. Why?
Correct.
Why? What I'm saying is, you are preventing so many number of vehicles that to cross. So Panjim is suffering from excess number of vehicles coming in the city, and people can cross without vehicles there. But government is
going to the bridge.
But nobody is seeing the sense. Sustainability and all these fancy terms are only for the purpose of writing and speaking. Are we having a roadmap and a guideline of how these sustainable concepts are going to be an effective mode?
Correct.
बच्चा कवर करता है.
We are live and we have like 10 minutes left.
Effective mode of transportation, whether it is road transport or inland waterways, I am saying in one word that the government has totally failed.
Okay.
Because today, if government wants to do some energy conservation, first the Kadamba Transport Corporation again looking like a white elephant because a series of losses, and this side the inland water transport, both are suffering losses. But I am also saying in the same breath, some amount of losses in promoting inland waterways, promoting mass public transport, government has to sustain some amount of loss
Fair.
if the
No.
final objective of a sustainable system is to be achieved.
फेर इनफ फेर रायट या संदीप बाब आतां आयज कितें इश्यूज आयिल्ले
असेंब्लीन आता सगळे जण आरट मारता म्हणजे सगळे इश्यूज म्हणजे सगळेच इश्यूज असता पण भितरले कशे
म्हणजे
आसता
मायनिंगाचे उदकाचे
मायनिंगाचे असता मायनिंगाचो एक व्हडलो प्रॉब्लेम जाल्लो आसा जो रेज केल्लो आमच्या शेटी डॉक्टर शेटयेन आनी तेचेर व्हडलेशे डिस्कशन खुबशे जाले पण कशें आसा मायनींग तेचें म्हणणें आसा की रोड सारके ना जाल्यार जे मायनिंगाचे जे ट्रक्स बी पळय आदीं येताले ते आतां परते बारीक बारीक स्टार्ट जाला तेका लागून हे प्रॉब्लम्स जो लोक आसा थंयचो ते फेस करता कारण धूळ ही सगळ्यांत वायट आणि जी धूळ सगळ्यांच्या दोळ्यान वयता जे 4 व्हिलर फुडें वयता ते पॅक असता पण 2 व्हिलर फाटल्यान वयता तांकां प्रॉब्लेम
Also,
जाता
according to court orders, these
You
trucks
cannot
and all cannot go through
go through the
villages.
सगळे ते
पण तेचेर-
डिप्युटी कलेक्टर बिलेक्टर वयल्यान लोकांक भितर
हय,
उडयतात
तेच
वयल्यान
भितर उडयता.
Enforcing the rules, right?
ताचेर कितें तरी अमेंडमेंट करपाक जाय आसलो
रूल आसा
Rule आसा, पण ते follow जायना.
ऑर्डर इज दे
ऑर्डर आसा बट फॉलो जायना
फॉलो जायना न्ही
आता
आता
ऑल्सो ते कितें अराउंड देवळा कडेन रेजिडेन्शियल दे शुड नॉट बी मायनिंग ते कितें इश्यू आयलो
हय जाताच न्ही तसो आता तुम्ही
आयलो बट
आयला
या द थिंग इज नो हे जे आसा न्हू लीज आसा पळय आतां सद्याचे ब्लॉक जे ऑक्शन जाल्ले आसा बिचोली तालुक्यान शिरगांव बिचोली मुळगांव आनी हे 3 गांव जे आसा न्हू ते इफेक्ट जाता
युअर कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सी
my constituency. One comes in the Bicholim constituency, other 2 comes in my constituency. So, तिथून जाला कितें भानगडी if you see about Sirgaon, whole of the village, almost 3/4 of the village is in the leads, including the temple of Lerai, including the temple. आता the fear in the minds of the people from Sirgaon, कशें आहा खबर आसा की आतां सगळे सांगता and फाल्यां suppose once the excavation is started,
Okay.
the mines companies might go anywhere. They will say, they show the papers. This is what is with us. Same problem is in Mulgaon. Same problem is in Bicholi, Lamgaon.
थँक्स आय वॉन्ट टू ब्रिंग आता तू पेडण्याचे आता सीएम किती म्हणटा ती सगळी ऍक्सिडेंट जाता पीपल आर ऑल्सो एट फॉल्ट म्हटलं कितें ते इश्यू कितें सांग म्हाका
आता
युआर इन असेंब्ली आनी तुम्ही पेडणेकार
कोणा जो गाडी चलयता त्याचो फॉल्ट असो आसना जर तुझे रस्तेच जर सारखे ना जाल्यार कितें करप?
कितें जालें ते तरी सांगा कितें जालें ते असेंब्लीन एक्झॅक्टली सीएम कशें हें
It's
जालें
talking about the overbridge.
ना
ओव्हरब्रिज एमएलएन हाडलेले
कितें म्हणून
जो नॅशनल 66 हायवे जो केल्लो आसा ते जावच्या पयलींच 3 ओव्हरब्रिज मागलेले एक धारगलय इम्पॉर्टंट आसलेलो पण धारगलचो अजून कांयच तेंच्यांनी करूं ना आणि आता सीएमान आता सांगला की पळय आपण प्रपोजल धाडला आणि आता करूया आता जर करपाक गेलो जाल्यार तो वायबल आसा काय परते आता फुडचे पडले
हय सगळे
But
मोठे
accident जाता म्हणटा
ऍक्सिडेंट जायत आसा न्ही
जाता.
तो स्पॉटच तो आसा असो
इवन पेड्या सुद्धा तेच चल्ला.
धारगल तसोच पेड्या बी असो त्याच्या फुडें परत विरनोडा थंय ते जंक्शन आसा आणि गोवा 365 हायलायट कितलेशे फावटी केल्लेले आसा जे त्याचे फुडले पेडण्या जे जंक्शन आसा सारखे डेंजर आसा कारण सायनबोर्ड पयले ना आणि सगळे सायनबोर्ड लायलेले आहा ते चुकीचे लायलेले आसा
रस्त्याचे काय प्रॉब्लेम ना म्हणटा तो सीएम आणि
कशे आसचे ना
हांव विचारता कितें जालें
Maybe-
as far as accidents are concerned, I think you cannot pinpoint to
On the roads.
one particular aspect. आमचे रस्ते पळय सारखे बरोबर ना ते म्हाका दिसता सगळ्या लोकांक खबर आसा
कवर
की आमचे रस्ते सगळे गव्हर्मेंट ह्या बाबतीन सारको फेल जाल्लो आसा सगळे रस्ते व्हांवून गेल्ले
बट ड्रायव्हर्स हॅव टू टेक केअर ऑल्सो नो
दुसरे बिफोर आय कम टू द ड्रायव्हर्स दुसरे देर शुड बी सम कर्ब ऑन रेंट अ बायक आनी रेंट अ
Yeah.
कार सेल्फ ड्रिवन
Totally.
कित्याक हांव कितें म्हणटा आमी तर दुसऱ्या गांवांत गेले मुंबय सुद्दां गेले जाल्यार कित्याक आमी मुंबय येता वता गोंय खूब वेव्हार चलता आमी सट करून गाडी चलोवपाक वचना कित्याक नव्या जाग्याचेर नव्या गांवांत आमकां सगळे ट्रॅफिक रुल्स सगळ्यो वाटो खबर आसना सगळे रस्ते खबर आसना हांवें पळयलां हे आतां गाडयो पळय सेल्फ ड्रायविंगाक घेता ट्युरिस्ट ते सडनली बंद जाता रस्त्याची चौकशी
काय
करता
खबर नाही.
मदीं
आनी
turn
कांयच मदीं टर्न यू टर्न म्हूण मारता सो यू जस्ट सी एंड आय रिमेंबर one DIG. म्हाका याद आसा एकलो DIG हांगासर याद ना म्हाका कोण तो उज्वल मिश्रा कोणे तरी एक सजेशन दिल्लें एकदां की रेंट बायक्स पयलीं रेंट बायक्स बंद करपाक जाय सेल्फाचे की हांव जाणा कांय आमचे गोंयकार भाव ह्या धंद्यान आसा पूण let us look at the greater evil and the greater problem. कित्याक problem कितें आसा? We are losing precious lives. As we are speaking now, I got 2 forwards in the morning to afternoon. One lady lost her life in Porvorim, falling under the wheels of the truck. Porvorim, near Orion Hotel or something like that. And second, Penjim bus stand.
Yeah.
Same. Na, don't.
But same type of an accident.
Same type of an accident. So, कितले लोक हांव म्हणना हे एक्सिडेंट भोव करून तेच प्रॉब्लेमा कडून जाला बट दीस सेल्फ ड्रिवन व्हेकल्स रेंट अ कार रेंट अ बायक ताचेर कसले तरी नियंत्रण घालपाक जाय कसले तरी तांकां डिसिप्लिनान हाडपाक जाय आनी कसले तरी एका गव्हर्मेंटाचो कंट्रोल थ्रू द पुलीस डिपार्टमेंट थ्रू द RTO कित्याक एका कसलेंच सद्या नियंत्रण ना it is going totally out of hand and the people are, I am not saying only the Goans are getting inconvenienced, no doubt about it, but people are losing lives every day.
Correct.
Are we serious about it? Now roads, as I said, is one part. We all agree that the roads are in shambles. Nobody is bothered. PWD has said there is no money.
No money? There was 3,000 crores they got.
No, they got, and like that CM has provided some figures of a revenue surplus budget and CM has provided some very unlikely figures of gross domestic product GDP and the per capita income.
Per capita income was the highest. That
No,
is
it's
the
the
highest thing.
highest. No,
Whether we are highest, looking at the size of our state and whether that really translates or percolates down to the lowest section of our economy and society, that's another point.
That is totally not in this discussion.
you can bring up another debate on that.
Yeah,
But here when we were talking about the accidents and the roads and the total failure of the road transport department and the police to enforce कायदे पात्रांव करपाची गरज ना कायदे खूप आसा आमचो पॅनलिस्ट मातसो लेट आयला
running out of time and now late.
फक्त म्हाका एन्फोर्समेंटाचो
Yeah, I have just
They are
5
falling
minutes left,
short.
so I've got to bring in our latest panelist, Advocate Siddharth Bab Samant, political analyst
Thank you.
and civil
Thank you.
society. Welcome to our show. Siddharth Bab, you
I
joined us late, and we are not talking on roads. We are talking about the
general. Let him comment on roads, no, because we heard
You
this.
can start
I
with
will,
roads.
I will take roads first.
Yes.
Roads is certainly not a topic for assembly session of budget to be discussed.
Yeah.
Budget to be discussed.
Correct.
But in any case,
But
as far
it
as-
happened
as-
because of Pedner roads when
No.
the CM.
No,
Ah,
no,
yeah.
I
So
was-
tu hi Pedner car.
Yeah, of course.
So he said that Pedner cars are like driving little. That's why accident. I much issues alo to.
See, this is like, I mean, if it was that simple, are you saying that if all licenses of Pedner cars are taken away, then no accidents will take place?
I don't know. 2 Pedner cars are there on the panel.
That is not,
Sandeep
see,
and
that
you.
is not, that is, I think I will address the substance. See, for accidents to be brought less or lesser number of accidents where, first of all, we require a good infrastructure where as far as possible we have single lanes. Most of the deadly accidents are because head-on collisions. Then second is properly displayed boards where that's the sine qua non. That is to be. Then third is dangerous curves as far as possible be avoided. Over bridges. See, where all these accidents are, if you see the root cause is because this is poor infrastructure. That's the first reason. Second is drunken and driving. In fact, we have had a entire
full discussion on
yes.
it.
If these people are caught and taught a lesson there and there itself. See, there are many states who are conducting trials there and there itself with magistrate. They are sending them to jail straight away from there and
Karnataka
there.
also
If,
do
yes. So if we implement of that, see, Banastari fatal accident or somewhere.
Yeah.
alcohol has been a part of it.
Major.
So, I'm not talking, I don't want to single out only Banastari or any other, but
So many.
most of these accidents, if you see that foreigner, she was under a drug influence.
And then one car
then one
reached
vehicle
the-
which had reached.
But then, according to the things, he was sober. Then I don't know,
That-
something
yeah,
wrong
yeah.
with it.
Even the family
that
members
doesn't-
also.
See, we are not talking about individual.
Specific.
Maybe in that case he was sober. We are not.
And he landed into a reception. Hotel.
Yeah,
Probably,
yeah. And the lady was killed, no?
malfunction of a way. We don't know. I
We
say
don't- yeah.
actual fact of that particular
don't
case,
know.
I don't know. But many cases, alcohol has been found.
may a lot
So
of main
therefore,
factor.
if these things are taken care, if these things are dealt with a strong arm, I think certainly very less number of lives will be lost. And as far as he was talking about laws, see, laws are in place. It's whatever current laws
Implementation.
which are there are far enough.
Very
even
less.
fines,
That's what I say.
even fines.
I am only talking
even-
about enforcement.
Even, yes, correct. Even
Implementation.
fines.
Implementation is
See,
one
that's
thing.
why the state has to now, show their strong arm, willingness, and go after these people. If that has been brought, if that has been put in place, then I will see we will be able to see good results on the ground. Less death.
Okay. Any
and-
other issues that in the assembly that you wanted to bring up till date?
uh,
What was the last day? So up till today, I think majority of the thing has been done.
Yes,
I mean,
yes,
done
yes.
and dusted.
Is tomorrow assembly?
Correct.
Tomorrow is the last day.
Last
Oh, yeah. See, as far as assembly is concerned,
You have 2
it's
minutes,
a-
Dutta.
It's a quite a fruitful assembly session, according to me.
Okay.
See, there has been hiccups, there has been self goals also. There has been ministers and speakers making
Now
comment and
the
giving fodder to
The speaker has threatened breach of
food-
privilege against all of us.
Correct.
By the way.
Nobody can speak
It is
anything.
only against one person, and
Yeah.
that also is just a statement. No notice has been issued. See, only when the cognizance is taken, we can have a serious debate on it. See, if the statements are to be taken seriously, then so many people in last 4 or 5 days have made so many statements, and it's a topic to be discussed at the barber shop, nothing more. That is what it has been reduced to. But in any case, we will not talk about. I think a good budget has been provided. Now, it is the job of opposition and civic society to see to it that whatever promises have been made, that so many crores for so and so, 20 crores for this, all that thing shows results on the ground. Delivery is one thing. See, making budgetary provision is one thing, and actually delivering is another thing. Now that we will have to see implementation, and whatever budget is meant for, whether it is meant for scheduled caste and scheduled tribes, whether it is meant for poor women, widow, sick people, some insurance policies, whether it is reaching the actual ground or not,
Absolutely.
is something which will have to be seen.
Yeah. Thanks. We are out of time completely. What do you, 10 seconds?
Yeah.
Okay, 10 seconds.
Yes. Even the budget, what you are saying now, if we compare it with the last year's budget, only 29 point
That
something.
we had a
is-
full discussion yesterday,
Yeah.
full day we were on that.
So, so that will be a problem.
I'll call you all back. We were
Yeah.
supposed to have another debate on discussion next week. So anyway, we are out of time, and we are back to the live coverage of the assembly. Thanks. We will not be having the audit assembly, but we will be doing sort of audits next week once the session is over, as well as on the budget, as well as on the general assembly. So I would like to thank you, Rajesh Bab, Sandeep Bab, Tulio Bab, and Sawan Bab. Sorry, you got such a short time to talk. Thank you, and keep watching Goa 365. And we move on to live coverage of the assembly session.